all the advanced metrics that matter. He's dominating PER, dominating true shooting, dominating win shares. And you mean to tell me this is arguably his best season ever? He's not MVP. But the other 2 seasons he was. Let's have some consistency here. So what's happening, YouTube? Welcome to John TV. And on this episode, we're just gonna be talking some basketball today, man. It's gonna be more of a podcasty type video. I'm not gonna really be reacting to anything. Maybe looking over some statistics, man. But as of May 2nd, 2023, we just got breaking news that Joel Embiid is the league's MVP in the NBA. And quite honestly, man, I don't really know how to feel about that. Personally, I'm a believer in Jokic. I think that Jokic was really supposed to be the 3rd-time MVP. And quite frankly, I think his stats was better than last season's. In any type of advanced metric, which we'll look at later, Jokic leads the league. His team's record is better in a very difficult Western Conference. You know, I know it's not like it was in the 2000s where the West was just far superior. You know, the East has some pretty strong squads also, but, you know, Jokic dragging Denver to the #1 seed in the West, man, it's really impressive, man, and there's nothing to be slighted on. But of course, man, I mean, you have voters fatigue. It's a thing, you know, as much as people think otherwise, but you know, they have some pretty key players that got robbed over the years. LeBron James had a couple MVPs robbed from him. Kobe Bryant had a couple of MVPs robbed from him. Wasn't due to voter fatigue, but neither here or there. Still had some MVPs that belonged to him that was awarded to other players. Michael Jordan, even though he's the GOAT, still had some MVPs robbed from him. You know, some even say that Charles Barkley's MVP that he got in '93 belonged to Michael Jordan, which I'm one of those that agree. So, you know, voters fatigue is really a thing. People want to see a new hero. People want to have a new narrative. And of course, like with me, I think it was really more of a two-way race. But, you know, Giannis, he was still in the picture. So in this video, man, I'm pretty much going to explain and show you why Jokic should have been the MVP of the league. It's done already. I know I'm not really making any case here. I'm just talking basketball. I'm just giving my opinion. But anyway, man, before we get into the stats, man, go ahead, like and subscribe. I would love to hear your opinion, man. Go ahead and comment that below if you agree or disagree with me. And I'm more than happy to listen on what your opinion is, man. But anyway, man, let's go ahead and get into these statistics. So first, we'll go ahead and look at Joel Embiid. I will go ahead and zoom in on key parts that I need to zoom in on. So let's look at just the basic stats, right? Before we get into the advanced stuff. Joel Embiid is was averaging during the regular season 33.1 points per game, which is a very impressive feat, right? 10.2 rebounds, which is what he's supposed to do. He's a center. And 4.2 assists, which is not really impressive. You know, Joel Embiid, he's really mostly known for his scoring ability and not really much so of his passing ability, even though he can pass out of double teams, but he's not like a Jokic or even Marc Gasol, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and look at some advanced analytics. So here, advanced, and mind you, whenever you're looking at Basketball Reference, they tend to I wouldn't really say highlight things, but they put things in bold and it indicates that you're a league leader, right? So if you look here at his advanced metrics, PER 31.4, true shooting 65%, win shares 12.3, you know, value over replacement 6.4. So I mean, hey, amazing stats. And if you stack up this season against, you know, other seasons of even maybe former MVP winners, he may have better advanced statistics than those guys. But let's go ahead and get into Jokic stats. All right. So let's check this out. So Jokic, not really, scoring out of this world like Joel Embiid was, 24.5 points per game. But this is where it gets good. All right. 11.8 rebounds per game. He's a lot smaller than Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, he is over 7 feet. Jokic is 6'11", not as athletic, getting 11.8 rebounds per game, close to 12 rebounds per game. This is the big deal right here. 9.8 assists per game as a center, as a big man. This man is a center and almost average a triple-double. Until Russell Westbrook did it, and I can't remember what year, 2016 maybe? I might be wrong. Don't come for me in the comments if I'm wrong. But until Russell Westbrook did it, no one has ever done this since Oscar Robertson. This dude is a center, averaging close to a triple-double. All right, so if that doesn't prove my case, let's go ahead and look at his advanced analytics, advanced statistics. All right. Mind you, may I remind you, bold indicates league leader. All right. PER 31.5. True shooting 70%. Value over replacement 8.8. Win shares 0.30. I'm sorry. Win shares per 48 minutes. Win shares 14.9. Look at all of these bold numbers and look at his MVP winning seasons. Guess what? He was the league leader. He was the league leader. So, I mean, what's so different about this year? All the advanced metrics that matter. He's dominating PER, dominating true shooting, dominating win shares. And you mean to tell me this is arguably his best season ever? He's not MVP, but the other 2 seasons he was. Let's have some consistency here. All right. Even with Giannis, I wish I would have pulled up Giannis stats. It's still time. Let's see. Let's look up Giannis Antetokounmpo stats. All right. So let's check these out. Giannis, because it was a 3-way race, right? It was you had 3 finalists. Giannis stats, which I think was more impressive than Joel Embiid's. 31.1 points per game, 11.8 rebounds per game. So I think it's the same exact as Jokic. 5.7 assists per game. Let's look at his advanced stats. So PR 29.0. His usage was high, which is always high. And win shares, dang, Giannis had a little bit of a down year. So pretty much when you're looking at these advanced analytics, I guess it's fair to say it was a 2-way race, but with Jokic having the edge. All right. And if the statistics doesn't do anything for you, let's go ahead and look at team standings. So of course you got Denver, and this is just the playoffs. So I'll go ahead and look at the regular season stats. So Jokic, Antetokounmpo, Embiid. Jokic, Giannis, Embiid. 1-1-3. 1-1-3. Giannis led his team. I think this was the best record. Yeah, this was the best record in basketball. Jokic, Embiid had a better record. Interesting here. By 1 game. But still, look how tough this conference is. Denver, Memphis, Sacramento, Phoenix. So take a look here, man. Number 1 team in the conference. Number 3 team in the conference, even though their record is better. Man, is the East better than the West now? That's crazy, dude. Miami Heat is an 8th seed at 44 wins. Oh, wow. How the tables have turned. Educational. I wasn't really looking at the stats all hard, man, in the standings, but man, I'm impressed. But anyway, man, I mean, that's statistics, man. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie, okay? People didn't want Jokic to have 3 consecutive MVPs because they were afraid, okay, now we got to talk about him being amongst the greatest to ever play. And quite frankly, why shouldn't he be in that conversation? That should really be the question here. Not why should he be in it, but why should he not be in it? Jokic is a big man that has changed the game of basketball. This man has the game going from inside out again after Steph Curry then blew the game up. Everybody want to shoot 30-footers, 35-footers, one-legged three-pointers, step-back three-pointers, coming around the pick, throwing up a three. But man, back in the day, the game was played through the inside, and Jokic is bringing basketball back to what it should be, and it's giving results because look at his team. They're number 1 in the West. They may even steamroll past their matchup right now and make it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. I mean, I like my odds with the Lakers versus Denver, you know, if that just so happened to happen. But let's be real here, dude. Jokic is changing the game of basketball. This dude almost averaged a triple-double. And I think he got robbed. Voters fatigue, Embiid crying and whining, whatever the case was. I think that this MVP belonged to Jokic. If you want to base it off the other years, I think we need to have more consistency here. But anyway, that's enough of my rant. This video's a little bit on the longer side. Oh, not too crazy. About 12 minutes long, me just talking. Might not be any crazy edits with this video or anything like that, man. It's just me wanting to talk and give my opinion, man. Look at some statistics with y'all, man, because, you know, we've never seen a player like Jokic before. And I'm going to be honest with you. We've seen some great big men. You know, like, in my honest opinion, I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest big man to ever play the game. And the stats back it up. But I tell you this much, man, Jokic, man, if we get like 10 more years of this, he's going to get a few more MVPs. He's going to get a lot of recognition as being one of the best in the game, in the history of basketball. And it's scary for a lot of people, man, because, you know, Jokic is, you know, I'm just keeping it real. But I'm just an avid basketball fan, man. And the Lakers is my squad, but, you know, I'm a fan of Jokic. I'm a fan of Luka Doncic. I think he has great statistics, you know, so it's very interesting to see what happens next year. Because I think Giannis is going to come back kind of on a mission because they got eliminated in the first round, which I may be doing a first round playoff breakdown video one of these days. But Giannis may come back on a mission because they got eliminated in the first round by Jimmy Buckets. Joel Embiid, I don't see. Now, James Harden is playing out of his mind. Fantastic, phenomenal. Back to the Houston Rockets type James Harden, which James is one of my favorite players in all of basketball. But I don't see Embiid and Harden getting past the Celtics. Because you gotta look, the Celtics got one of the best defensive backcourts in all of basketball. Think about that. And then you got the greatest scoring duo in basketball with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. J&J, double J. It's something about them double J's. It's something about them double J's that just get it done. I don't know what it is. But anyway, man, I mean, this NBA playoffs, man, it's been very exciting to watch. You know, with me actually having a little bit more time, man, it's fun being able to watch and enjoy basketball again, man. And you know, it's beautiful, man. It's a Lakers fan. It's beautiful to steamroll past the number 2 team in the Western Conference. That's a great thing also. Yeah, it's a parade inside my city. But anyway, man, I appreciate you watching, man. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, man. It's a work night for me, man. I'm gonna do a quick edit, try to get this video out. Hopefully May 3rd. Get this video out and get started on my first round playoff breakdown video, man. But anyway, man, I appreciate you watching, man. I got some more great videos where this one came from. Basketball videos. That's all I do on this channel. But I love you. Peace.